Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome on back to Leo Gaming, and welcome on back to our City Skylines Sunset Harbor playthrough. I don't know why I decided to intro like that, but who knows. Anyway, welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen, to City Skylines. You see me riding a little bit of a bus right here. Why am I riding a bus? Well, kind of because I really wanted to for the intro. Yeah. Anyway, one thing I do want to mention. This bus was not added at the end of last episode. No. It did not get added at all in last episode. This bus line got added in between episodes. So, between last episode and this episode, I added in this bus line. Literally, like, I just added it in, like, maybe 10 minutes ago. And it's been performing really well. I think we have like 6 buses on this line, and we're getting a good amount of passengers on it. You can kind of see the route that it's actually taking right now, which is, to be honest, not a bad route for it to utilize, but I would want it to actually be a little bit more optimal. Just saying. But this route kind of cuts through the main corridor of our entire city and then heads over to the university. And it gets a lot of traffic. It gets a lot of traffic utilizing it. Mostly students and teenagers. The teenagers part is kind of weird, but students kind of makes sense. Well, students being young adults. And you can see all these stops are actually getting really good. Now, if you do want to go and see the university build and the tram build, you can do so by taking a look in the description and taking a look at the last episode, which I gotta say, we actually did quite a bit of work in that. We worked on the tram line in the form of a time-lapse along with getting the university started. So I think what we're gonna do today, we're gonna kind of take it a little bit slower. We want to go and get to the next milestone. That's our next milestone we want to get to. I go ahead and get out of my camera view here. We're at about 7,300 population, and our next population milestone is at 8,000, where we get trains, monorails, and cable cars. That's going to be very useful for us. So I think what I need to focus on is getting some expansion going on. So I would want to expand in this area. Now, before I do that, I want to quickly mention something. This area I just recently built up. Like, this house is complaining about noise, I'm guessing. Okay, I guess I'll need to de-zone you. And or get some potential that in there. Okay. So this area just recently got zoned, and this, you can kind of see, just got built. It's a little bit of vegetation and some trees. Nothing crazy. I just kind of want to make this a little bit more unique. Well, kinda. Not really. With that being said, though, I do need to actually get you guys out of here, because apparently the residents aren't really liking you. To be honest, I don't blame them. And let's just go ahead and do that. Why not? What I will do real quick is just going to get a pathway in here. Get rid of the road guidelines, please. And in case some of you guys are wondering, how am I disabling the road guidelines so easily? It's a key binding that I decided to set up, and I have them set up using the number pad. So it makes it a little bit easier to control what I want to do. Okay. Go ahead and have you connect right there. I think that looks perfectly fine. Now, the depot that I decided to go with was the BioBus depot, which is this one right here. And it's, as I said, only using 6 buses at the moment. It's not that bad. It's actually not that bad at all. We'll leave that alone for the moment, though. We'll leave that alone. We really want to focus on population, though. Population. That is the name of the game right now. And I don't know why, but District name right here looks broken. Somebody forward this to like Paradox, because that just looks like text, or looks like coding text. In fact, I'm gonna screenshot that so that way I can send it over to Paradox later. Did it do it with the other ones? Yeah, it did. Let's see here. I'm gonna be getting these on camera regardless. Is that the only other one? I know I got a district over here. It didn't affect the park districts, which is kind of weird. Now, I don't think that it was a mod that I have enabled that could have affected this, because all the mods that I'm currently running with at the moment are updated for the latest release of City Skylines. So all I could think of is that it could be a bug in the game, that, or it could just be a mod that I have that's incompatible. I'll have to check later. I'm not too sure. I'll have to do some vigorous rounds of testing. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna have to have you come about right there and go like that. Okay. And let's go and get some residents built in here. Well, not built, but put in. The words. Words are a thing. You go right there, and I'll have you go about there. And let's go build you right there. Well, actually, let's go and get the you and you. And let's go and put you right there. And like that. And like that. Perfect. So that's the new area right there. This is all going to be high density. I don't really want this to be low density at the moment. And, yeah, let's go ahead and see what else we can potentially do. I wonder... Oh, did that fix itself when I did that? Apparently it did. Okay. That was kind of interesting. But anyway, I do want to go in and quickly mention that these tram lines, they're not getting a great amount of use, but they're still getting used regardless. So if I take a look at the tram lines that we got right here, each one of these have 6 different trams on board at the moment. And to be honest, that's not a lot of passengers. So we got about 200 people utilizing this line at the moment. That's not too bad. That is definitely not too bad. But the only downside to that is that's the capacity for at least one vehicle. So we run the Alstrom Citis 402. Might want to run to 302 instead. Capacity of 218, so maybe it could be a bit better. So let's go ahead and keep it like that. I think that the trams are going to stay on there. I'm not too sure. I think they are going to stay on there until, like, let's go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's actually go and just get rid of 3. And then let's go and get rid of you and you. I know that will affect our numbers quite greatly, but we should be okay with that. Now on this line, it's not that much different. It's not that much different. If I go and do the same thing, quick math here. Okay, so in total, we have about 212 people waiting on this line right now. Now, I do know about this number right here, 162 residents and 1 tourist. That's not really an accurate depiction of how many are utilizing the line. When I take a look at lines, I take a look at what is our capacity for it versus how many people do we have waiting on it. And if we do, if we have people waiting, why are they waiting? Are they waiting there because they missed the last tram, or are they waiting there because the tram was full? Now, what I am going to do is go and add 1, 2, 3 vehicles that are of the 402 as well, and get rid of the other vehicles. That will affect the passenger numbers, but that is perfectly fine. Plus, that also means that these vehicles actually can fit into this area right here a little bit better. Yeah. Small city! We finally got it. Awesome. Monorails, trams, and cable cars. Perfect. Now, I'm not too sure if I want to go and run with monorails because monorails can be kind of a hit or miss. So I'm not too sure if I really want to run with them or not. But let me know in the comment section what you guys would want to see. Do you guys want to see monorails in this city? Because I have still yet to play around with the trolley buses in this map. There's going to be the potential for it, but when will that happen? I don't know. I really don't know. But it will happen eventually. Eventually it will. Eventually. It looks like our urban area over here is actually developing quite nicely. Let's go and get some more offices zoned in. Let's go and just get you built up right there. And potentially, let's go and get like that space right there filled up. Now I did have to replace this industry that was previously here with this office zoning now, because we were getting a lot of people complaining in this area about the pollution level from our industry. Now, this is something that I think has been said multiple times. You want to keep your residents away from your pollution, so you kind of want to have a buffer between them. And I thought that having a too wide buffer of commercial like this would actually be pretty decent away from the actual industrial area, but apparently it is not. So if you are building a city for the first time, keep in mind that your residents will be okay with it at first for your industry to be like this close to it, but you really want to have it be more around this close. So kind of work around it like that way. So next up, I kind of want to focus on expanding to over here potentially, because we've done a lot of work in the main part of the city, main part of Gamer City. So I think I want to kind of expand into this area. Now we have a little bit of demand for commercial and residential at the moment, and I think that because of the train line, we can implement some cargo and cargo services and regional train services. So what we can utilize the train station and the cargo station. I also have this vanilla style halt that I can utilize, but I don't really want to yet because I have an idea for that at some point. So what we will do is we will go ahead and grab, let's see here. This is a little bit of a trick that I have learned, and it is pause the game, and we want to go and get rid of 2 block segment, connect them with road, put a train station right there, connect these 2 with roads right there and right there, delete the train station, delete the roads that you placed earlier, place the roads right here instead, and then place the train station back. It's a little nifty trick that I have learned, and I kind of like it. I think that works, yeah. Okay. Just go and get these connected. I kind of like that. I might end up adjusting it with move it a bit later. Okay. Now that does mean that we do have this station available to us now. What I am going to do is get rid of these bit roads. And I kind of want to go ahead and just like smooth this area about. No, not the tax panel. Kind of want to smooth this area out because it is on a downhill slope, which I kind of don't like. But is there another area? Ooh. You're a little bit flatter. Not crazy flat, but you're a little bit flatter. Oh, that's even better over there. Do we have a tile available? Yes, we do. Okay, and that is just the passenger station. Now we will have a bit of cargo or a bypass track right here. That, or you know what? Let me go ahead and move this down by about, what, 2 blocks? No, let's move it by 3, I think. No, let's do 2. Do I want to go for it? Yeah, I do. Let's go and move you, please. Okay. So that way we can just go and connect them a little bit easier. So that way this is actually off of the main rail line. Let's have you go right there. And now we need to focus on the cargo station. The cargo station, I would preferably want it to be over in this area because of this track right here, but maybe not. Maybe not. I would want to totally bring you over that way, but I can't. What about if I were to flip this around? That's an interesting development. Let's see about, it's like right there. Let's have you go to about like that. And let's have you go, kind of like right there instead. Yeah, right there. Okay, and then we want to have you be like that. Yep. And let's go and move you. Ooh, yeah, you are perfect right there. Have you go that. And I'll have the cargo station be on this side. Oh, the cargo station is bigger. I'm gonna need to, like, what is that? Oh. Okay. Let's go ahead and work with this a little bit. And I know you guys can hear the clinking of my actual keyboard quite a bit. Let's go and have you go right there and have you go like right there. Okay. So if I have you be right there, it's like 7 blocks, I think. Let's go 9 just to be on a safe side. Ooh, gotta go one more out. I think that should be right then. Yeah. That's exactly right. And what I'll do, just going to make it a bit easier for bypass traffic, have an additional length of track on both sides of the cargo station. So that way it can actually... Ooh, you're going to be a bit difficult. Let me go ahead and do something like this, maybe? And let's have you go like that. There we go. So that way it looks a little bit more like conformed. One side is for passengers, the other side is for cargo. It looks like it's on different levels as well. It kind of is. Let me go ahead and select all this. I only want to select the buildings, no props, surfaces, or trees. I just want to go and select all the buildings and such. In fact, let me go up to that point and have you all align to that point right there. Okay. I think that's fine right there. That is perfectly fine. This road, this track right here, I think I'm gonna go and rebuild you. And let's have you go about... Ooh. I think that should be fine. Keyword on should be, I'm not too sure. So, with that said, we want to go and get both sides of these roads actually working now. We got about 150,000 to spend on this. That's our budget with this plan. Now let's go ahead and connect both sides up via bridge. Ooh, slope too steep. Now I could go ahead and go underground. Well, apparently you're okay with going that. Huh. Okay. Now I know that you're gonna be okay with that. You're okay with that, but you are not okay with that. What the? Why? Oh, I think it might be because of the terrain. That makes sense. Let's go and even you out a little bit. There we go. It's perfectly fine right there. A little bit of a good train yard. It doesn't hurt anybody. Now I will go and build this up and decorate this at some point, but for right now we gotta work on the functionality of it. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So I think what would be pretty good, and I kind of revised my decision, is just have a regular bridge go across like this. Nothing crazy, because that would just go like that. Would be a good connector between the two sides, and I'll have that on both sides of the actual stations. Now, as far as where they'll connect, I'm gonna have them go over these roads right here, so that way we can connect them at a different point. Because obviously these aren't gonna connect at the same points, most likely. So, I think what I'm gonna do, come out, drop you down by about, do I want to go 10 units? Yeah. Go 10 units. 10 units for you as well. And we'll go ahead and have you come like that. Have you come out by 5 units and connect up to that road right there. Same over here on this side. Now I could have this go one way, so that way buses and pedestrians that are coming over in this area actually have to go ahead and go in the one-way pattern. But I feel like that's gonna actually cause a bit of downpour for us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it as two-way streets. And in terms of this like pocket over here of stuff that I don't have stuff to put in, I'm gonna be putting in some zoning. Nothing crazy. In fact, I can go and place you like right there and place you right there. Okay. Nothing crazy. As I said, nothing crazy. We're not trying to go crazy here. We're trying to make things efficient, and we want to make sure that it works. And we want to also focus on the functionality of it all, so that will also be helpful. Going to do the same thing over on here on this side. I know it's going to be very symmetrical looking, but it's not going to end up being that in the end. Now, something I'm not too sure if I should use is the industrial roads, which I gotta say, I wouldn't mind the idea of using them. It's just that I kind of don't like the look that they have. I know that's kind of like a little biased of an answer, but it's my honest opinion. So I'm thinking, like, with these bridges, we have these be like the entryways for the highways. Entry and exit ways, I mean. We have like the exit way right there, and we'll have the entryway be like right there. I know that's on a little bit of a slope, but that's fine. We can actually go and reverse it, because that is our plan. Now, in terms of the rest of this area, I don't really know what we'll do with it. So I think for now, let me move it here real quick. I want to go ahead and just align you to there, and I want you to align to there. Perfect. You're very awkward looking, so we'll go and go with you first. The one that's actually going outside of this area. And I think what we'll do is we'll kind of just make this a little bit more of a loop than anything. And what we'll do, let's just go and do something like that. That works, okay. I'd say that works. It's a little bit of a tunnel coming into this area right here. And what we'll do is we are going to upgrade the bridge to be a freeway or a highway. And we'll do the same thing here on this side. That way we can kind of automate the process a little bit. So like cargo traffic is going to stay on this side. commercial and residential traffic will stay over here on this side. Obviously, we won't really have much residential except for like tourists and such, but that's kind of the idea. So next up, we kind of want to try and get them out of this area. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with that. I kind of want to go and get a few roads right here. And I think the best option for us would have to be to connect over here to this side, because it looks like it's the best one and most useful connection, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go and get it. Yep. All 4 tiles have been utilized for the moment. Now, I will mention right now that when we get all 9 tiles unlocked, when we get to the big like last milestone, I will be utilizing the 25 tile or all areas purchasable 25 tile mod. I was thinking about using the 81 tiles mod, but I was like, you know what, no, let's go ahead and make this a little bit more interesting. We want to kind of keep the outside on the outside, so let's go ahead and utilize the 25 tile mod when we get to that point. So we'll definitely utilize that. I do have the 81 tiles mod, and if at any point I change my mind, I will definitely use it, but for right now I'm not really too concerned. Let's go and get you guys aligned here. A little bit of a slope, okay. And let's just go ahead and get you coming along right here. Come out of the trees, because the trees don't hurt you. Okay. Let's go ahead and just bring you over to here. It's actually a really good spot. And that connects really nicely right there. Okay. Next up, okay. I think. Are we on a curve right now? A slight curve. I'm gonna have you come right there. And let's utilize you. Okay. So there's that. Let's go ahead and upgrade the main stretch to be 3-lane. We want to go ahead and shoot. I have to actually do it this way. This is one thing that I really hope that the developers try to do next time around for updates. Like, I don't like to complain, but frankly, kind of gets annoying after a little while. Anyway, there is that for us. Very interesting layout. I am gonna have to get some water and electric coverage over here, so let's go and do that real quick. We actually have this in quite an optimal way, where we don't really have to go all the way, I think. Right there. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's go and take this out. I could have utilized the other one, but oh well. Have you come across the river through our junction, and let's have you connect to that. Okay, that will go ahead and get water over here. Now we need power. So power, I'm thinking, I don't know if we should go and have like a long power line. Like, how much would that actually cost us? About 5,000 to go and run. Of course, we'd have to go and do it at intervals. But I think to go and get us started off here, I think I'm just going to run off of wind power in this area. And I kind of want to destroy as little rocks as possible. 6 wind turbines should be pretty good. And let's just go ahead and get a bit of electricity going. Okay, we want to get the train stations operating first. That's good. And then we want to go and get our commercial or resident. Let's go and do industrial first. Oh, do I want to do industrial or do I want to do offices? Well, this is a very noisy area, so I think industrial will actually be pretty good. Or should I? I'm kind of contemplating now. You know what? Maybe turn this into a farming area. And I'm just now taking a look at the time, so I might have to continue this in the next episode. So this has already gone on for way too long, ladies and gentlemen. I am running on about 37 minutes, 38 minutes now, recording for you guys. So most likely you guys will only be seeing about like 32 minutes roughly worth of this actual footage. Yeah. Anyway, I will have to talk to you guys in the next episode. It is now midnight for me. I need to get this edited, go to sleep, and get this out for you guys in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever this is supposed to come out. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, everyone.